Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Skye, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about makeup that I want but I'm not gonna buy. This is an ongoing series on my channel, some of my favourite videos to make. This is basically, if you're new here, I'm basically anti-hauling makeup that I actually kind of want and talking myself out of it and giving you reasons why I'm not going to be buying certain things. Different background, I thought I'd switch up a little bit today. I have a new office in my house and it's cute. It's fresh. I got a plant there that two of my beautiful friends bought for me. I love her. Her name's Bella. I'm gonna move over here so I can put the pictures here, and yeah, as usual, most of the things we're gonna be talking about are palettes, so let's just get into it. First palette we're gonna be mentioning is this one from Endangered Cosmetics. This is the Sea Turtle palette. Endangered Cosmetics are an indie brand based in the UK, and I live in the UK, so like, I'm all here to support some UK-based indie brands. They had their Red Panda palette, which was really pretty, but not the tones that I normally reach for. This palette I like better than that one. That green in the top center, yes. Yes, I love it. When I look at this palette, I can name you like exact dupes in my collection, like shade dupes, and I mean, I love that green. Like, that green is everything, but I did just purchase some Glaminatrix single shadows that are on the way to me, and there's a green in there that's similar to the one in this palette. And yeah, the colour story is cute, but like, it's not cute enough for me to buy it and own it long term. The next palette, and this is like classic, I like the idea of it, but like, if I owned it in my collection, it would not get any love, and that is the Be Perfect Carnival Antidote palette. Now, the color story of this is stunning. Like, this is autumn leaves in a palette. It's fucking stunning. I love the greens in here. I like the little, like, there's a little bit of pink in there, which is quite nice. But like, this is, I think it's 40 shades or something, I think. I don't quite remember. Which is just monstrous to me. Like, 20 shades in a palette is the absolute maximum. I don't want any more. Like, I think my favorite, like, palette size is like a 9 pan or a 12 pan. Like, those are my favorites. 20 is pushing it. But this is just obscene. Like, this is obscene. No, I hate big palettes. I think they are just... I know some people love them because they love the variety in them, but for me, this is giving me anxiety. Like, there's too much choice here. We could condense it down a little bit, especially some of these browns. We don't need all of those browns, do we? Like, I don't think we do. And there's like 5 beiges. But I just realized that Be Perfect just isn't a brand for me. They like their big palettes, and that just isn't, that's just not me. That's not my prerogative. This next palette, I almost bought it. This one, I was like, do I wait for launch day and do I buy it on launch day? I was thinking about it. This is from Trixie Cosmetics, and this is the Plant Gay palette. Now, before I show you the inside, look at the outside of this. How fucking adorable. Like, take my money. This is not my card, this is a business card. And Plant Gay, the theme, like, I have recently become an aggressive plant gay. I think I have I think I have 6 plants now, which is, and I will be getting more. Like, I love plants. And the inside of this palette, the color story is so fucking cute. I love pink and green together. It's my favorite thing. I didn't buy it on launch day is because Trixie Cosmetics, as much as I love Trixie Mattel, if you're new here, I fucking love drag queens. I'm obsessed. Trixie Cosmetics, they're very weird. Like, they haven't restocked the Bottle Blonde palette, which I kind of wanted as well. And they're just weird. Like, I don't know if they've discontinued things or if they've just not restocked things in a while. It's just strange. It's just really strange. And some of this stuff wasn't limited edition, but then they said it was and they discontinued it. I don't know. And like, I don't want to have anxiety over buying a palette. Like, I don't want to be like, oh my god, when's it coming back? I have to get it within the first 5 minutes, otherwise I'm never gonna get it again. Like, no, I can't deal with that. And I know this palette they did say is limited edition, but is it limited edition in the sense of once it's sold out in the first restock, it's gone forever? Or is it gonna be like restocked a few times? Like, I don't know. And that was the reason why I didn't pick up this palette, because, and also because Trixie Cosmetics, they're US based, and then shipping and customs is a fuck ton of money. And also, again, I have dupes of this in my collection, but like I mainly want it because of the theme and the plant gay. Ooh, these ones. These were from the Colourpop Y2K collection, and specifically talking about the palettes. This whole collection, like, I was born in 2001, here's the thing, and I love Y2K themed stuff. Like, the fact that it's coming back, it makes me feel a little bit old, but at the same time, it's like so much fun. I love the 90s stuff, I love early 2000s stuff, and also, sorry to derail the topic, but since we're talking about 90s and early 2000s, 90s kids, can you, like, stop gatekeeping the early 2000s and the 90s? Like, the reruns were a thing. Us early 2000s babies watched the same shows that you did. We had a lot of similarities with growing up. I still watched VHS tapes, I had cassette tapes, I played outside. Like, bro, stop gatekeeping. Calm your farm, dude. Anyways, back to the makeup. I mainly like the Bluey palette. Like, that palette is freaking adorable. However, I don't like to buy from Colourpop, first of all. Colourpop aren't easily accessible to me because of shipping and customs and all that bullshit. And here's the thing, when you're an international customer and a lot of brands are based in the US, it's quite easy to talk yourself out of things because even though this palette, I think it's like $10 US, with shipping and customs, if I only bought that palette would become $25 US or $30 US for just the palette. And I ain't paying 30 quid for Colourpop quality. I'm sorry, like, Colourpop quality is solidly okay. It's nothing great, it's just alright. So yes, despite me really loving the theme of this collection and really liking that bottom palette, again, I've got dupes of it, and I'm not paying all that money for Colourpop quality. Like, bro, no. Oh, y'all are gonna roast me for this one. This is like the one questionable item in this lineup, and that's Urban Decay Naked Cyber. I know, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. These swatches of Cyber make me want it. I mean, look at how gorgeous they are. However, the main reason why I'm not gonna buy it is because, one, like, Urban Decay, their quality's aight as well. Like, I feel like Urban Decay and Colourpop, they're basically the same quality to me. I used to own a couple of Urban Decay palettes, but like, their formula is nothing special. But also, like, I own indie single shadows, and I feel like if you own indie single shadows, you don't need this palette. Like, you have every single shade in here. I was thinking about doing a video, like, making my own Urban Decay Naked Cyber palette, like, an inspired by collection, and showing you guys, like, indie singles in this kind of range, because they are all very light-toned, and, like, I really hate that they included 3 mattes and 2 of them are beiges and a red. I feel like if they just scrapped the mattes and just made it an all shimmer palette, I think it would be received a lot better, because then people would use it as a companion palette, because, bro, stop putting beiges in palettes. Can we just stop? So yeah, I liked the idea of this palette, but for Urban Decay prices and quality, I mean, and if you own indie singles, I don't need this in my life. I would never use it. This is an older collection by makeup standards, and this is the Saga of Freya collection from Odin's Eye. Man, here's the thing. There's a fly in here, excuse me. I would say I'm an Odin's Eye stan. I love Odin's Eye. I have a lot of their stuff. I'm a big fan of them, okay? And this collection, so cute. Like, I like how one of the books is kind of like, they all look like books, basically. All of the palettes look like books. One of them has like 2 pages, which is pretty fucking cool. And then there's, I think Cat's Breath and something, I don't know. And there's also eyeshadow brushes. Now, I will be getting the eyeshadow brushes, like, I will buy those eventually. And I love the aesthetic of this collection, but like, I want to love this more than I do. I think because it's Odin's Eye, because aesthetically, it's cute. And seeing the swatches, it's real fucking cute. Would I use it enough to warrant a space in my collection? I don't think I will. Another palette, and this one is older. I don't know when this one was released, but this is the Midas Cosmetics Perception palette, I believe it's called. I think it was in collaboration with the Basic Bee. And here's the thing, this palette is cute. It is just a rainbow palette to me though. Like, if you rearrange this is just a solid rainbow palette, which I'm not really inspired by, like, but it is cool. The shimmers in here, like, this 6 pan, if I'll crop it, this 6 pan right here Like, if this was sold as a 6-pan, maybe throw in the green as well. Actually, wait, this 9-pan right here, let me recircle it, recrop it. This 9-pan, I would buy it. I would buy it if it was this, because that is really fucking cool and unique, and it has those really special sparkly textured shimmers. I know a few of my friends have this palette, and their looks are so stunning with it. I know my friend Haley has it, and it's cute. But I don't think, when I look at it as a palette as a whole, it doesn't inspire me at all. Like, the individual shades are pretty, and like when I group it into quads and like that sort of thing, it looks better to my eyes, but altogether it looks a little bit disjointed to me, personally. This one is a recent release and one that everyone's talking about, and it's the Natasha Denona Retro palette, the midi size. I have the Natasha Denona Love palette, which she's apparently discontinued just now, which I knew it was always meant to be limited edition, but like, what the fuck, dude? I don't know why I'm complaining, I literally own the palette, but then I find it hard to recommend things that are discontinued to y'all because y'all can't get it. But anyways, this is a picture from my friend Mika. Like, how pretty does this palette look? That middle shade, like right smack bang in the center, beautiful. I want a single shadow of that shade. And here's the thing, I watched Bad to the Brow, Millie's video on this palette, and while her looks were absolutely stunning, I don't wear mauves, so why would I buy a mauve palette for 60 quid? It doesn't make sense. Like, I want to love mauves as, like, because looking at this palette, I'm like, wow, that palette is gorgeous, stunning, everything that like you'd need in a mauvey palette, but like, when have I ever fucking worn them? Like, I have them dotted around in palettes here and there. Like, I like pinks, I like purples. Mauve, though? No. If I'm wearing neutrals, I'm wearing, like, warmer toned neutrals. Or, like, cool tone neutrals that are brown. You know what I mean? Like, if I bought this, I'd feel like I'm an expensive, sophisticated bitch, but I'm not. I'm none of those things. Well, I am a bitch, but I'm none of the others. I'm very surprised to say this, but another Colourpop palette is on this list, and that is the Tinkerbell palette. I don't know if it has a different name, I'm just gonna call it the Tinkerbell palette. This one right here. It's greens. Do I need to say more? If you've been watching my channel, like, in the past few months, you know that I keep screaming about how much I fucking love green eyeshadow at the moment. Like, I always liked green eyeshadow, but I think especially now I'm in my green era. And this palette has those exact tones of greens that I'm gravitating towards at the moment. It's got like the light grassy greens, and it's got like the three mauves I don't really give a fuck about, like, give or take, I don't care. But the 6 shades at the bottom, like, yes, absolutely. Do I care about Disney? Fuck no. I fucking hate Disney, actually, which is one, like, of the reasons why I'm not really wanting to buy this palette, because fuck Disney. But yeah, I have a vendetta against Disney as a company, so, like, I try to not buy anything Disney themed. If this was themed anything else, then I'd probably consider buying it from Colourpop, because I like this palette a lot more than the Y2K palettes. But yeah, the theming just doesn't interest me, and the fact that it's Colourpop also doesn't really interest me. If this was any other brand and any other theme, I'd buy it. But yeah. Penultimate item. This is a palette that's really hot in the indie community right now, and this is from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is the Surge palette, I believe, and I'm using this photo from Glowing Amber because the launch picture of Surge, I'll put it right here, like, it's so, like, underexposed and in such low lighting that the middle row literally looks non-existent. So I'm using Glowing Amber's picture because you can actually see the tonal variation a bit better. Now this is fucking cool. When I first looked at this palette, I was like, I don't give a fuck. Because I think the middle row, like, genuinely just does look the exact same. And I think obviously it would look different on the eyes, they're just really dark. But like, the more I look at it, the more I'm warming up to it. And I like the muted pastels mixed with the neons, mixed with the deeper shades. And there's shimmers in here, which I don't believe that Blend Bunny have done before. So this palette is really cute, like really cute, and I know a lot of my mates are going to be buying this palette. I think Millie was going to do a video on it, or was I lying? Is that a Mandela effect? I just assume that Millie is going to make a video on everything, because like I just I just stan. But yeah, the reason why I'm not gonna buy it, like I mentioned with the Be Perfect palette, it's fucking massive. How big is this palette? How many pans? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 6. 30. It's the same size as her blends palette, I believe, that she had, or is it bigger? It looks bigger to me. Oh no, I can't count. It's just, the amount of shades in here is just overwhelming to me. And I really want to buy from Blend Bunny though, because I hear that the blends palette, all of my friends that own it say it is the best staple like rainbow palette, and while I don't like rainbow palettes, they're not inspiring to me, this one has more of like a cohesive like color story going on, and I like the way that it's organized. And I hear that Blend Bunny's formula is fucking immaculate. Like, I just can't get over the big palettes. I need it, it needs to be smaller for me to want to buy it, personally. And that is just personal preference, because I think this is absolutely gorgeous. But yes, if you buy this palette especially, please let me know your thoughts. I need to know. I'm gonna live vicariously through you. And the final thing that we're gonna be mentioning, this collection is also from Odin's Eye, and it was just released. And I'm gonna be using this picture from Angelica Nyqvist, because this picture shows the palettes in their, like, truest form. Now, I don't remember the name of this collection, but this is a collection that Odin's Eye are doing in collaboration with Tina the Fancy Face, Annette's Makeup Corner, and Judy. I will say, I love that Odin's Eye are collabing with creators. It makes me very happy. I love seeing smaller creators get collabs, but the main palette I'm going to be talking about is Tina's palette, the Hummingbird palette. I love Odin's Eye's formula. This color story is really fucking cute. Like, the more I look at it, the more I'm actually really enjoying it. The other two palettes, gonna be honest, no offense to the creators, they're not my cup of tea. I'm just not really into them, but Tina's palette specifically is really pretty. But like I mentioned, like I'm just quite overwhelmed with my palette collection at the moment. I've got a lot of shit, and doing my palette series where I am like documenting how many times I use an eyeshadow palette, like, it's made me realize that, like, even though I don't have the biggest collection of eyeshadow palettes, like, I've got a lot, and it takes a lot to work through them. There are still some palettes that I haven't even touched this year because of my series. I don't really think it will survive long term in my collection. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So anyways, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do let me know, are there any makeup items that you want but you're not gonna buy? I'm curious to see what your answers are. I always love reading the comments on these videos, just hearing what you guys are interested in but you don't think you'll buy. Let me know if you like this background. I might use this for videos in the future because the lighting in here is really nice. It might be a little bit echoey, but I think it's quite cute. I love the vibes in my office. If you'd like to see more makeup content from me, then you can follow me on my Instagram. It's beautyybyskye right here. I post all my looks there and I'm active on there every single day. If you'd like, you can also follow my small business, Rain Cloud Candles Co. We are a queer small-owned business based in the UK and we make handmade candles, as we can see right here. Got some cuteness in the background. Also, PS, I am working on international shipping to the EU. It's gonna happen soon. It's gonna be happening soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But follow Rain Cloud Candles on Instagram and you'll get more updates towards that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here. We talk about indie makeup, lots of tutorials, just talking about makeup. We have a great time here, so subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.